why even bother at that point? Just revert that shit. It's weird, right? It's like, hey, you know what? We had 40% admin efficiency from absolutism in the past for the longest time, like literally years, and nobody was complaining. It worked just fine, but we're gonna suddenly take it away, nerf it, make it 30%, and then we're gonna like, okay, let's make this thing called monuments, give Alhambra 15% admin efficiency, but it's a paid feature, so if you don't buy our latest DLC that enables the monuments, oh, tough luck, man, enjoy the nerf. Ha ha ha, poor you. And then it's the same with government reforms and the province war score cost, right? It's like the war score cost reduction for provinces worked for like 5-10 years without any issue. But then one day they wake up, it's like, hey, how do we make this government reform thing? How do we make it more appealing so we can sell more of it? I don't know. How about let's do it this way? We're gonna nerf the fucking living shit out of it by putting buildings, increasing the war score cost of a province. So, before any modifiers and admin efficiency, you get dumb shit like this. Buildings, increasing it by 30, or actually, let's look at capitals. Capitals has another flat increase. Like, oh, look, we have development, we have capital, we have trade power, we have buildings, and then suddenly, hey, look at this number. Look at this, 30 plus 49 plus 38. That alone is like 120 almost, right? And then you have the capital and stuff, and they push it to like 140 base. You're like, hey, how does it make any sense? Nobody can conquer a province in that case. So what do? Let's make more monuments so we can sell them. Like Mount of Forts, war score cost versus other religion. But hey, remember, it only works against other religion. Or we make missions that give you this modifier for 20 years, right? That's gonna work. That's gonna sell us more DLCs. Terrible decision at the first hand, and then more terrible decisions to fix them. I don't know, man. I actually think this is just market manipulation, like Trump. Just break everything and then sell you the fix. I think it is like part of the plan. I mean, who the fuck is gonna pay for monuments? Or rather, like, I mean, people will pay for it, but if you don't make it so compulsory, not as many people are gonna pay for it, right? And considering how much they charge the DLC, like what, $20? Like, and that's for Americans, right? Like, if you're in Brazil or Europe, it's even more expensive compared to how much you earn. Who is gonna pay for that? I mean, people can't afford it. I mean, they did this thing all the time, right? Remember when Institution came out? Like, Institution was a mechanics to replace Westernization, but then the button to develop stuff was a DLC-locked feature, in Common Sense DLC. And then they did the same thing with Devastation and Prosperity, right? You have Devastation that happens without a DLC, but if you don't have the DLC, you don't get the bonus from Prosperity. So it's basically like you get the penalties, but you don't get the reward if you don't pay. It's so stupid.